What's up everyone and welcome to another video. My name is Holland and I have a YouTube channel that focuses on Premiere Pro tutorials and everything revolving around filmmaking. So be sure to check it out. But today I'm with Adobe and we're going to be going over stabilizing your footage. There's a couple techniques that I have that I promise you will blow your mind. Let's jump into it. Alright, so now we are in the computer, and firstly, I just want to show you what stabilizing your footage is. Like, check out this clip. It's really shaky. It was shot handheld with no stabilization. All you have to do is go to the Effects tab within Premiere Pro, and then type in something called Warp Stabilizer. Under Video Effects, Distort, there's this effect called Warp Stabilizer. All you have to do is drag that onto your video clip. As soon as you drag that on, you're going to see that it will start analyzing in the background. And now I recommend not touching anything on your computer. Just let Premiere Pro do its thing. And over on the left-hand side, you will see how long this effect will take to complete. Alright, so now Warp Stabilizer has finished analyzing your scene, and as you just saw, it will automatically stabilize your footage. If you immediately play it back, you'll notice that your footage is now stable. However, sometimes you will get some warping on the edges of your screen depending on how much motion is in your clip. And what you can do now is actually adjust some parameters. So under the smoothness option, you can change that 50%, say, to 25%, and it will restabilize your footage since everything is already analyzed. That percentage basically means that it will stabilize your footage a little bit less. And you can go all the way up to 100% and it will make your footage really smooth, but again, you will get some warpage on the side. So play around with anywhere from 25 to 50%. I found that that's a sweet spot. Now the method basically means what Warp Stabilizer uses to create that stabilization. For example, you can do perspective. Now the different methods will shift how the scene is stabilized. So definitely play around with those, but I found that Subspace Warp typically works the best. And that's pretty much it. But I want to go over the result. So you can select smooth motion. Now I use smooth motion quite a bit on moving footage, as in I want to clean it up a little bit and I don't want it to be so jarring to the eye. But if you look back at these clips, you can see that our stabilized clip is pretty clean and smooth. Now if I delete Warp Stabilizer and play this back, you'll see how jittery it was. It is kind of jarring to the eye, but it's kind of just jumping all over the place. So definitely play around with Warp Stabilizer. So now I want to show you what it looks like with no motion applied. As you can see, this clip was shot handheld, but I want you to pay attention to the buildings in the background right here. As you can see, they are kind of moving all over the place as the guy who was shooting this was kind of stationary, but he was going in and out. So let's head on over to the Effects tab and type in Warp, and then drag on Warp Stabilizer onto this clip. Now it will analyze in the background, but we can go ahead and change the result to no motion, and now we can wait for this analyzing to be done. Now if we play this back, you'll immediately notice that these buildings are not moving, and this shot looks like it was actually shot on a tripod. That is pretty powerful, and I'm honestly impressed. Now, one thing to note here is you can actually adjust the framing, and the framing will control what is happening. For example, if you select Stabilize Only, it's only going to stabilize your clip, but you will see that these edges are here, and you can kind of see how the stabilization is working. So it's pretty cool to play around with, but I typically recommend that you just keep it on Stabilize, Crop, and Auto Scale. So now I want to show you a final example, and this is when you are using clips that you adjust the speed. For example, this was shot in slow motion and I sped it up to about 270%, and you can see how it's a little jarring and it kind of jumps all over the place. But watch what happens if you apply Warp Stabilizer. Again, go to the Effects tab, type in Warp, and drag on Warp Stabilizer. As soon as you do that, you're immediately going to get greeted with errors, and it says Warp Stabilizer and speed cannot be used on the same clip. However, if you go to your clip that you want to apply Warp Stabilizer on that has speed, all you have to do is right click and go to Nest. As soon as you nest this sequence, all of the information on that video will actually be housed inside this nested clip. So now you can just simply drag on Warp Stabilizer and it will start analyzing in the background. And if we play this clip back, you can see that it is actually working fairly well considering how much jitter we had in our clips. Well, I hope you enjoyed that quick overview on how to stabilize your footage. It's a powerful effect integrated directly within Premiere Pro, and keep in mind that you can use the smooth motion result to stabilize footage when there's a lot of motion going on, and if you don't want any motion at all to create like a tripod look, use the no motion result. And also play around with the smoothness percentage, as that will give you the best effect for your clip. As always, my name is Holland, and I'll see you next time.